we sit back and we take things for granted sometimes. Because on the flip side, you can't take somebody for granted and then ultimately walk out of your life. So I do want to give people who are valuable to your life credit, and you should keep them around you. You know what I'm saying, and make sure you try to keep them close by. But if someone is removing themselves from your life, and even if you don't want to see them go, it could be hard, man. But you got to just
you got to buckle down, man. You got to buckle down, and and then that goes a long way too with dudes coming home from prison. You coming out here, man, after doing whatever type of time you done did. If you are really wanting to change, not them wanting you to change, but the person that's being released from incarceration, what they say, people, places, and things got to change.
Yeah.
And with me, it was that too. I don't go on the block no more. I ain't selling dope or pills or none of that. So that's places. Certain people, I got to let go. I got to let go because that's what they still into, and I don't knock them. It's just that how it's going to mix. I'm riding with you and you riding around selling yerkes all day or whatever you doing. Selling gun, whatever you doing. It's not going to mix. I'm not going to be there.
Let me ask you a question. We was down our old neighborhood the other day, right?
Yeah. For a funeral, man.
Yeah,
funeral for a good old man of ours, man.
How did you feel? Did you feel love down there when you was down there? At any point?
Yeah. I did. I didn't feel like out of pocket, like, damn, you know how you get that feeling like, yeah, I ain't running around here. I felt somewhat of, because it was from people that I ain't seen in years. And they don't have nothing against me. There probably was a few people in there that, had been ongoing stuff with us, and it was. But people that I ain't seen, I was genuinely happy to see them, and they was happy to see me.
Yeah, me too.
You could see the look, like I seen your pop, and I see him periodically, but that's the first time me and him sat and talked for like a long, extended time. And it's genuine. He giving it to me like I'm his son, like I'm you, like he talking to me like how he would talk to you. I'm seeing Big Don in them. I ain't seen Big Don in like 25, 27 years.
Hey,
all them dudes, like these dudes is genuine.
Really?
So yeah. I mean, so yeah, I felt that because you went, but yeah, you went back. You went back for where it all started.
Snipe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, how did you feel?
I felt cool, man, because like I said, I haven't seen a lot of those people in so long, really.
Right.
Shout out to LL Cool Meek. I see a lot of the, people that got love for you,
right? And
people that you like. We grew up, especially like Rehouse, going in and out of there. We talk about a lot of the memories, stuff like that. I mean, went down and seen a block that that we grew up on, that we know.
It made thousands of dollars off illegally. We was running it up. That joint, we was serving it like Domino's pizza, like it was hot out that joint. And I took my ass and did 21 years about that shit. But we was out there doing that, and I'm not bragging and promoting. I got to tell you the story where you can understand fully of what it is that we talk about. But you know what? One day, we're going to do a documentary of our lives too, man, just to add in both of our lives, man. We're going to go through the hoods, and we're going to film where we was staying at. I'm going to film where I caught my indictment at, where the house that they ran up at. I'm going to show you the lots and the blocks that we used to sit there and hustle on, because it's all still there. It's just like new property and all that. And we're going to walk. We're going to do this joint. This joint is going to be like a 4 or 5 part joint. And for y'all just to get to know us a little bit, to see where we come from, our background. And I think it's going to be really, really entertaining. I'm going to tell you about how I told you on the live the other day, and the house I was at, 206 East Mermaid Lane, when the people was locking the windows. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to show you that. We going to film. I'm going to tell you where I went and had the bags, and I was asking people, can I carry your bags to the car at the supermarket to make 50 cents? We're going to give you a whole, what's that word, dictatorial or something?
Documentary.
Yeah, documentary about the backgrounds of our lives that led us to the crack game, making money, jail, some of us back to jail again at the release, back to jail again, and now. And we're going to watch it come full circle. It's just something, sometimes people want to know about the talker, which is us. And we're going to put that together for you real soon, man. What you think? What you think, Figure? You like that?
We could do that. It's not a good idea. Also,
let me know if y'all want it, because y'all might not want it, but I'm thinking that y'all might want that, and it's going to be very interesting.
Should be cool, yeah. And then we sit across the street, because some things we have accomplished, some good things. We sit across the street from we was looking down Hutton Street. You know what I mean? We sitting down looking down there, and we got some good things coming. Now on duty, some good news coming from that that neighborhood that we did do. So we were able to do some good things, change our lives, and do some good things down there in the neighborhood, and good things to come.
Justin Porter, shout out to you, man. You said take us to the spot where you ran off on a girl because you ain't have it. Hey, yo, Justin Porter, you've been rocking with us for a long time because I told that story damn near at the time that we started doing this podcast, man. And for you to still remember that, man, shout out to you, man. That's how I know that you appreciate the input that we're telling y'all, man, because you still remember. But that's right there. That's right there. That we would just tell you where we went to the funeral at, where I ran off with the girl is like 2 minutes from there, 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm not going to leave no rock unturned when it comes to this. I'm going to give y'all a full display of everything. This is where I ran off. I ordered the cheesesteaks in the store, and I ain't had the money, and I broke a sound barrier when I got out of there. Right down Lancaster Avenue, back down Fairmount Avenue, back to where we was just talking about we was at for the funeral. So I'm going to give you all that. Yep, I got you, Justin Porter. Shout out to you, man, for, that just meant something, like, for you to remember that. You know what I mean? And then I said it a while back, so you've been with us for a long time, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. And thank you to all y'all, not just Justin, but I'm just pointing him out right now and giving him his flowers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that, it's a question, do you think everybody from the neighborhood happy for you?
No. Absolutely
how do you
not.
feel about that?
It's motivation.
Mm.
I was talking to somebody the other day, man, and it was a girl, and she said to me, man, you supposed to be the one that do the shooting. You supposed to be the one that shut up and just follow directions. People can't stand that you stepping away from that and doing for you now.
Mm.
And it's a lot of people, that feels like that. And I wholly believe that without being told or not. Yeah, like people see it like, damn. You know what I mean? But instead of asking how to get a part of it, it'll be just a silent hate. And what would you call that? That's why you can't tell everybody what you got going on and what you expected to come. Because if you do, a person could put that out in the air with the name. Would you say the name?
Yeah, Namima. Yeah, and then you look at it, and before I go, I'm gonna say shout out to Corey Woods 7162 for the donation. Appreciate you, man. He said I gotta support the guys. Keep going, and for sure, man, appreciate that. Because sometimes people, like we had a conversation about a few things like down when we was down there, and
hey, my fault. What? Ibn al Fulani. If I'm saying that right.
Fulani.
Yeah, I've never been to Beaumont, Texas. That's Texas right there. Bloody Beaumont. I ain't been down there. No, I ain't made it to that one.
Mm. Yeah. So Ben. Just to go back to what I was saying, like Ben in our neighborhood, right? In our neighborhood, like I asked you a question. I said, do you feel like people are happy for you? But the statement you gave was kind of like, mixed. Like some people are, some people not.
Right.
Do you feel like your last jail stint and coming home, maybe people wanted you to do the wrong? People were expecting you to come back to do the wrong thing, but try to do it in a different way?
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah. Hey, that's all I've been doing all my life. People see this now and they see that I'm sticking to it and they applaud though, like, damn. Because and then I got me to blame for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't blame them for thinking that or wanting me to do that because this is the conduct I've been showing them all my goddamn life. I'm 45 years old. I just had to go back and do a violation at 42, 43 years old.
Sometimes the person that's looked down upon the most can be the most valuable key to everybody.
Yeah.
And people may not have looked at you as a valuable key to, whatever, to helping people. Because sometimes you can be overlooked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people may start off the race and be ahead of you, and you may be way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you never know what can happen to get you up to the forefront, whereas you're able to show and prove that your potential is just as powerful, just as strong as theirs. But sometimes people just need an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So you have opportunity now through this platform, and now you're doing some things that the people that may have been looking down on you can't even do. Not saying that any malice, any arrogance.
No, they ain't no arrogance. That's a fact. You saying it as a fact. That's the truth.
And people sometimes don't really expect you to be able to do what you're doing, and it's surprising. And they may not be not hating, but they may just have not expected. It may, like, you might have slap them in their face kind of with your success or what you have going on right now, and you haven't even begun to reach your peak. You're still climbing the charts. Tales from the Jails. I believe we just cracked the top 200 podcasts on Apple Podcasts. We just got something saying that we just cracked the top 200. So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all from y'all, man.
Yeah.
We got y'all to thank for that, man. Thank you,
It was
man.
really early. They notified us. We gotta see.
And it keeps me humble, man. My brother humble to keep working. It's working. Like anything that you see that you doing and it ain't showing no fruition, that this could come, you get bored with it and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing some gratification. It's showing like it's y'all. It's the family. Thank you, man. And then I applaud myself silently, like, because people ain't gonna sit back and just listen to no bullshit every day. Ain't nobody doing that. Not me. I know y'all ain't.
Mm-hmm.
And to see y'all here at an alarming rate every day, bopping with us. What they say, bipping in the city, that's what they're bipping. Yeah, bipping, we be bipping good right now. Yeah.
Another thing too, that, you know, one thing that, cause I haven't really been in the neighborhood every day, you know, like we were sitting down, I don't go into too much detail, but we sitting down we sit on the steps on one of our neighbor steps where we just did a lot of stuff on that step right there. We were sitting there in front of the church, right? Where the funeral was at. We sitting outside on the steps on the neighbor steps. And then we looking down the block.
Down Hunting Street, yeah.
Down Hunting Street.
Yeah.
And that block, we done had family members, friends live on that block.
We done lived on that block.
Yeah, Granny house. We been in and out of Granny crib on that block. And then we sitting down and we have without going too much, but we have opportunity to do some great things.
Mm-hmm.
And we have accomplished some stuff by it. And just even sitting there, and I never even thought about it, because I just made a decision to do something, and then we looking down the block, and it didn't really hit me. Like, until I was sitting like, dang, I live my life sometimes, not I don't even pay attention to a lot of those things that's going on, like the things that we may have accomplished. Sometimes I don't really pay attention to all the time until it really hit me when we were sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang.
Was it an idea or
the situation that we got with the, with the 15 situation. So it's like, for me, it's like, damn. You know what I mean? It ain't really hit me. So I was sitting there talking about it, you know?
Like the magnitude finally just fell on you. That's a heavy magnitude right there. Knowledge. Not knowledge, but it's something to be like, you probably was just, because, the way you was getting them probably didn't come on at 15-1, but when you sit back and look and be like, wow, it caught up to you. It came following on the magnitude of the whole situation.
I never even walked down the block. I never walked down. I
walk down it all the time.
In a while, I haven't walked down it in a while.
I walked down it all. I walked down it that day when we was out there.
Yeah, but you walked down it for another reason though.
No, but before I walked for the other reason I walked down it though.
Oh yeah?
I do it just to get the feel.
From corner to corner?
Yeah, from corner to corner. I walked in like, man, I remember we used to.
The block still seem like it seems shorter, or it's still.
No, it's the same way. It just ain't.
Did they go up on a low hill and then go down?
Everything is the street is the same way. We talking about 30, 35 years of the same thing. Everything is the same thing. It's just that ain't no houses.
You still look over and see Sand Nation.
Exactly, right there though. You see it clearly because it ain't no house right there no more.
And you still look through a lot and see the other see Brooklyn Street from the.
Yeah, yes you can.
That?
Yes you can.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I gotta go down there and walk down. And we're gonna take y'all down there to walk down there, and y'all gonna be able to see basically the neighborhood where we from, where we born and raised, and a lot of things that we did. And like it's a lot of good people that came from that neighborhood, and we just trying to continue to push the envelope. And I know people always say, he always give me my flowers for whatever the case may be, but I wouldn't be upon this journey of this Tales from Jails podcast if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? I always told him that he should do this and do that, and he finally decided to do it. But I'm here because of him. So I want to give you flowers on that, man. So
thank you, man.
We gotta keep pushing.
We got a lot of work to do. Ain't nowhere near. We just getting started. It's a lot of work. Like I told y'all, a lot of people come home from, like a prisoners, ex-convicts is coming home, right? And one thing they gotta have is you're going to be forced to have patience, and you can't look at your friend that been out there 10, 15 years and expect to acquire what he got in a month that took him 10 to 15 years to get. Now, that's one thing if he hit your hand, something crazy like that, and you go out there and do it. But for you to get it off your back that man or that woman, they didn't get that by a motherfucker putting it in their hand. They got it by feet on land. And it might took years to do it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, I mean, in your businesses, you know, it took you years to get where you wanted to go, and you still trying to get where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So it don't happen overnight, man. You got to indoctrinate, you got to drill this in your head. And that's where I went wrong at. I'm thinking, damn, man, you know, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be getting this.